just watched Watchmen the animated, part 1 and 2. I loved it. I love the live action Watchmen. What this thing really gets right is the mood and the tone and the vibe of what I think that story is. It's super consistent, tells the story very well and clearly. I mean, I've watched the live action Watchmen 2 or 3 times, and I was never fully clear on the chain of events and how they went down. The live action did a couple sequences better, but largely this was better. I mean, the story of Watchmen is still today very relevant and compelling. This will not be the last time they tell this story. I'm a big fan of all the Watchmen stuff, even the HBO show that they did about it. If you thought you wanted to see this, I'd say watch it. That's what I think. I want to know what you think. Get down in the comments, like, subscribe.
There are those that say this is the greatest comic book story ever told. Dark Knight Returns and this. These two pieces of fiction from DC Comics are the greatest comic books. Every now and again, I get reminded about why I think that is a supposition. This was a brilliant adaptation, incredibly faithful to the comic. I've read the comic a number of times. It's been a long time since I read it. I read it as a young man and didn't really get it. It was very adult. There were naked people and really violent, and it didn't follow a conventional narrative. It gets better every time. And the genius of Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons' work comes clearer and clearer. Faithful, but makes things clear. Do a really magnificent job, particularly the interstitial they show of the comic book within the comic book of the Black Freighter. It's really important to the narrative in the comic because it is reflexive of the overall story. I didn't get that until I saw this adaptation, how much so. And the groundwork is laid. Wonderful work by Matthew Rhys, Katie Sackhoff, Troy Baker, particularly Titus Welliver, who plays Rorschach. An indictment of the costume vigilante. He's supposed to be repulsive, but he is also the most interesting and compelling character in this narrative. Wouldn't want to be Rorschach, but you respect and understand, and his narrative is so important, and he is the line from which the story develops. God, I love this. 99 out of 100. Nearly perfect. One of the best things I've seen all year.
I give it an 80. Wonderful. There's a sequence in this where they go to Mars. Dr. Manhattan starts talking about human life. It is compelling, thought-provoking, moving. It's really beautiful. You are a thermodynamic miracle.